Hello, folks. This is Jay Alejandro with the Creative Drive Podcast, and I would like to welcome you to this short podcast to showcase the work of working class creatives no matter where they are or where they come from. This is the place for poetry and flash fiction. So, we would like to present today 3 poems by Alexander Limarev. Did the little boy exist? Who was that little boy in a frill from magpie fluff? Who was that little boy whose fingers are tenderer than tarragon? Who was that little boy in a cloak from the tears of harlequin? Who was that little boy with a look of a work-worn scaffold? Who was that little boy whose thoughts... But what do we know? Precipitated into a hellhole, for the next to feel shame. 'Cause he couldn't bear in his haggard body the gift of God. A beautiful soul? An immortal soul. Did that little boy exist? It seems that all this is rubbish and cowardice. I am alive. On the edge of a caramel circle, or perhaps of an abyss, sliding with my right sponge foot, then going left, and sliding with my left short crust foot when going right. I'm discovery. I slowly comprehend, I hurriedly clamber, I get back, I clamber, I butt, I shift my feet, I catch up, I'm concealment. I step with my knees on my own unremarkable hands, vanilla stick crust. I am alive. Predestined. It's predestined, blood-colored sunset. It's predestined, bleak, cold day. It's predestined, gulp of poison to my lips you brought. It has come true. I'm the past. I'm the shadow. All over. And all is predestined. Alexander Limarev is a freelance artist, mail art artist, curator, poet, and photographer from Siberia, Russia. He participated in more than 900 international projects and exhibitions. His artworks are part of private and museum collections of 64 countries. His artworks as well as poetry have been featured in various online publications, including undergroundbooks.org, BUKOWSKI Erasure Poetry Anthology from Birch Press, NOKTURNO.FI from StyleBlueprint, Tuck Magazine, Angry Old Man Magazine, CALIBAN Online Magazine, Gallery and Studio Arts Journal, MAINTENANT, and so on. And I was very happy to see that Alexander submitted a little bit of background in terms of how he originates this art and what it means to him, and I'd like to share that right now. He states, "Artwork for me is the way to speculate upon and explain to myself such universal existential problems as a person's life, double standards and their influence on individuals, public loneliness, social impotence, search of God, and resistance to evil. I think of my artwork as inner monologues developing over a particular thought or event and thus resembling nonsense stream of consciousness in visual art based on paradox, absurd, broken causative, consecutive, and chronological connections, reflecting discrepancy, injustice of the outer reality. However, decorative works are a happy exception. I'd like to take a moment to thank Alexander Limarev for his wonderful poetry. Thank you so much for submitting this to the Creative Drive podcast. And for anyone who may be out there listening, please take a moment to consider submitting your work to us. If it's poetry, or flash fiction, I'd love to take a look at creativedriveshow@gmail.com. And that's for the Creative Drive podcast, a labor of love to make sure that we can get the word out there about your work, the working class creative, the poet, the writer who needs to get the work showcased. So please make art, make haste, and have a great day.